Good morning to all YouTube Wikipedia viewers. First, I will introduce about Wikipedia YouTube channel. This was a YouTube channel started with an intern to initiate, to train, and to teach students on programming language and to advanced technologies. One is on Python with the data science, and other one is on software testing using Selenium with Java. Right. Today I'm going to give you a simple video using bubble sort algorithm. Right. Now we will start with what is a bubble sort. Bubble sort is a sorting algorithm where it helps us to sort your data in terms of an ascending order or descending order. Right. Let's say that these are the three people who wants to get arranged in as per their height. Now how this bubble sort works is by comparing. Here we will be comparing two adjacent element, two neighbor peoples, and we will be using a relational operator called as a greater than symbol. So in bubble sort, we will be making two adjacent comparisons, two adjacent elements to compare it. If your left hand element is greater than the right hand element, then we will be swapping those two datas. Similarly, once it has been done, once first two adjacent elements are sorted, first two adjacent elements are arranged in order, then we will be moved to the next two elements. Again, we will be performing the comparison greater than. So if your left hand person is greater than the right hand person, again we will be swapping those data. So this we call it as a sorted. Now the data is in sorted. This is a concept of bubble sort algorithm. Now we will get into the technical concept. It sorts by repeatedly swapping the adjacent element, that is your neighbor elements. If they are in wrong order, it will sort only those data, only those neighbors which are in unsorted order, which are in wrong order. We sort the array using multiple passes. What do you mean by multiple passes? Like if we have n number of data, then we will be using n number of passes. On each pass you will be finding one sorted data and arranging it as per the required order. After k passes, the kth largest element will be moved to the k largest position. Consider it in a first pass, the max element will always be bubbled up, will always be moved towards the right end of it. That is towards its correct position. Similarly, in the second pass, we will be trying to find the second largest element and it will be moved to the second last position and so on. In every pass, we will be processing only those data that are yet to be sorted. For that, the running time will be like order of n square, which means that this there will be like n number of passes, and for each n number of passes, there can be maximum of n number of swapping. So the runtime for it is order of n square. So bubble sort was the simplest algorithm, but it has a higher runtime when compared to other sorting algorithms. The key idea behind bubble sort is like sort the given data by comparing two adjacent locations I and j. We will be using a condition called if a of I greater than a of j, then swap a of I and a of j element. Okay. Now this will be repeated for several values of I and j. So we will be writing a for loop to represent this in a programming. We will be using a range for I in terms of 0 to n minus 1. That is like if you are storing your data in an array, all data will be storing from 0 to n minus 1 position, which means that on each ith pass you will be storing your data, sorted data from 0 to n minus 1 position. Similarly, how many comparison we will be doing, that will be representing with the help of a j. So j ranges from 0 to n minus 1 minus I. Why it is n minus 1 minus I is right is that because after each I iteration, one element I number of elements will be sorted and will be pushed towards the right end of it. Right. So as already mentioned it, we will be touching only with the unsorted datas. Unsorted datas will be lying with from 0 to n minus 1 minus I for each I iterations. Now consider this as a data. So here in pass 1, let's say that here we have 4 elements are there. So we will be doing with n minus 1 passes. Right. So now we will try to take first two elements, first two adjacent elements. We will try to compare it. We will be using a condition called always left hand element should be greater than the right hand element. If it is so, then only we will be swapping it. Here 5 is greater than 6, which is false. So there is no need for swapping it. So once it has been done, we will be swapping to the next two elements. Here we will be going to take 6 and 1. So 6 is greater than 1, which is true. So which means that we have to swap it. Once the data has been swapped, we will be moved to the next set of adjacent element, next set of neighbor elements. Now we will be taking 6 and 3. Again 6 is greater than 3. Yes, it is true. So what we do, we will be again swapping it. So after end of the first pass, we will have a sorted data 5, 1, 3 and 6. So here you can look it out. The last element is in a sorted element, right? Now we have an unsorted elements are first three elements where you have to go to the second pass. Okay. Now placing the second largest element at its correct position. So now we are in step 2. We are going to place the second largest element at its correct position. Again, we will start from the scratch. Start from the default I equal to 0 position and with immediate neighbor position. So 5 greater than 1, true, swap it. Then again after swapping it, jump to the next neighbor locations. So 5 and 3. So again 5 greater than 3. So it is true. So we have to swap it. Then we will jump to the next neighbor elements. 5 greater than 6. Is it false? Yes, it is false. So no need for swapping it. Now you look at it. At the end of the second step, we have two sorted elements arranged in the last two positions of your array. Now we are in step 3. In step 3, again we will start from the scratch. So I equal to 0 and its immediate next position, j equal to I plus j equal to I 1, right? Now 1 and 3, 1 greater than 3, is it true? False. Okay. Now what we do? We will try to swap it. After swapping it, this will get sorted. Now, this is an algorithm for it. So, when you are writing in bubble sort algorithm, we should consider about four basic things. First, about your input parameter. For any programming, for any function bubble sort, you are going to write it. You should pass two parameters. First is your input array, and then your size of your array. Second one is your how many number of passes you are going to have it. That is thing you are going to represent it with the help of I range of I. I ranges from 0 to n minus 1. Similarly, what we are going to do, we are going to start with another for loop that represents how many number of swappings we need to do it, right, for handling unsorted data. For that, we will be using an j loop. J ranges from j equal to 0, j less than n minus I minus 1, J plus plus, right? Now, the foremost main thing is like swapping. What is the swapping condition? Always your left hand element should be greater than the right hand cell element. If that is true, then we will be swapping it. That is the condition. AR of j greater than AR of j plus 1, then we will be swapping it, right? That's it. Now, thanks for watching it. Please don't forget to subscribe it, and if you like it, click like button and then share this data with others. So we will be watching you on the next video. Thank you.